Peace. What's good? It's your brother God Science up in here once again. Shout out, special salute to the few that do watch the video, subscribe. Really appreciate y'all. True indeed, true indeed. Word up. Man, Lord Jamar, Lord Jamar, Lord Jamar. Now, by now, everybody has seen the video. Very embarrassing video of Lord Jamar. And first off, let me say this. Brand Nubians is like legends to me. I grew up on them. One for All album, classic. In God We Trust, classic. Just classics. You know what I mean? So as far as an MC and a producer, you know what I mean? I always looked up to Lord Jamar. Now, I knew he used to be on Vlad a lot. And he stopped going because of Vlad, not willing to apologize about the Louis Farrakhan comment. I also heard that it wasn't all because of that, too, because of the cut that he was getting. Now, that's allegedly, I don't really know, but that's what I heard. But, like I said, I don't know about that. But what I do know is that I've been watching Lord Jamar for a while. And let's just say he's doing things that I don't know, I just didn't agree with. It was kind of weird. First thing was, now anybody could vote who they want. This election was, you know, crazy. Like, we had Carmela that, I gotta be honest, she wasn't kicking that black stuff and black pride and all of that till she started running. And we know that was to identify with all the black voters. We know that. Knock it off, y'all. Trump is a very polarizing dude. He's funny, especially when it comes to those press conferences. Can't wait to see how he goes at those reporters. But I agree with some of the stuff some of his policies, but I also put it in perspective. He's still a part of this system, and I understand the bigger picture. People talk a lot of stuff about Billy Carson and how he was supposedly exposed by this dude named Wes, when in reality, he didn't basically do anything to me. He did not prove that Christianity or anything, it's the right religion or anything like that. I think he just got Billy on a bad day. That's just me. I haven't seen anybody on the internet come forward talking about Billy robbed them. They haven't received products from Billy. He's doing bad business. I haven't seen any of that. So I'm not gonna call him a scam artist or something. Or some people are just jealous because he got, he probably making more money than them. I don't know what it is, right? But what I do know is now this dude is on Joe Rogan, and it seemed like it was a whole concerted attack on him by Christianity or people that rock with Christianity, which I don't have no issue with. If that one makes you a better person, not to just hide behind Christianity, it's all good. There's levels to this stuff. But anyway, now I'm not a flat earther, all right? I've gotten to a lot of back and forth with people that believe that the earth is flat. Me personally, I believe the earth is round. Now, I can say that is a belief because have any of us went out of this earth's atmosphere and saw with our own two physical eyes what we're on? No. I don't care what Jamar says. I don't care what the round earther says. I don't care what the Nation of Islam or anybody says, and no disrespect to the Nation of Islam. Like I said, I grew up in the Nation of Gods and Earths. Um, no disrespect to anyone, but we're taking those lessons for what they said. We haven't personally experienced what we're on. Now, does it make common sense that we're on something wrong? Of course, you can talk and bring points so you can prove. I think we're on a round or a spear, and you can give evidence to show why you believe that. But that question of if you saw with your physical eyes out of this, unless you're down with SpaceX and you can go take a shuttle or something and just go out there and see what it is, none of us has seen what we're on. My issue wasn't even if the earth is flat or round. My issue is, what does that do for us as as human beings, period, in our personal lives? What does it do? Like, if we really found out like the earth was flat, what would it do? Would it change something in us? Would it, like, you know, unlock some type of DNA in us that will, get us to a higher level of consciousness? And now we will start, like, stop, killing each other and like coming more together in unity. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Just like how the earth might be round, and we'll still be doing the same crap. So I don't see the relevance of it. You know what I mean? But everybody has the rights to opinion, and Lord Jamar took that stance of the earth being flat. Now, that's not what was taught in the Nation of Gods and Earths. And I'm not saying that he's not a real, I learned what the Nation of Gods and Earths from watching those videos and seeing that flag and listening to their albums, and they're calling each other gods, and they're speaking this, which is supreme mathematics, supreme alphabets, and things like that. And, me wanting to know why they're speaking like that, what's that, and investigating it. So without that hip hop and them, I wouldn't have known what the Nation of Gods and Earths was about. You know what I mean? So I'm not taking that away from him, but he sort of went off from that 120 lessons with the earth being flat. Now, if you believe the earth is flat, and another thing is, I'm a very open-minded person. You know what I'm saying? If the earth is flat or you think it is, I would like to hear your perspective. But people couldn't explain to me certain things to prove that the earth was flat. For example, I went to China once, and it was actually when I called my son over here in the United States, it was like night and it was day over there. So explain that to me. Like, how is it, it didn't make sense. Like, how is the sun over here, but the earth is flat, but it's dark over here? Now, any flat earthers, if you want to leave your comments and explain that to me, sure, enlighten me. Like I said, I'm not being funny or anything. I just never got that proof. Now, watching that watching that debate, man. Look, I know everybody's going hard on YouTube, in the YouTube streets, with this Foundation of Black Association, the beef with Fat Joe and stuff, and it all started around hip hop. All right. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so don't come in my comment sections with that theater crap. And even if I was, let's say, born in an island, let's just say if I was born in Jamaica, all right, calling people names, other black men names, I just don't get it. It seems like, we as, Black Americans, we're not even united like that. So why do we need more division? And God is not the author of confusion. So where is this coming from? And it's making me really like sit back and look like, where is this really coming from? Because it seems like I hear, from reading comments and just observing people talking about this on YouTube, it's not bringing people together. Now, I understand there's nothing wrong with, it's a fact. Black Americans created hip hop. They created rock and roll. They created all kinds of music that was stolen from us. But not everybody from, let's say, an island, Barbados or something, is trying to claim hip hop. I have a lot of friends from Jamaica, and they don't even be playing hip hop like that. They be on that. They be in a lot of reggae, whether it's dance hall, Super Cat, that old '90s dance hall, Bounty Killer, all that stuff, which I rock with. They don't be playing hip hop like that, and they're not trying to claim hip hop. you know, and majority of them do admit, yeah, that's an American thing, hip hop. Black people created that. So don't group. You see, y'all doing the same thing that was done to us by white people. You're grouping all black people into one sector, and you're calling them names. And the thing is this: I've traveled to some of these countries, and they show. I remember one time I went to Jamaica. I even went to St. Croix, which is United States, and it showed where there were slaves there. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know the whole scope of what foundation Black Americans mean. What's behind it? I know Tariq Shahid. I'm saying his name wrong. Tariq, who did Hidden Colors and stuff like that. He might be a force behind it, and I get what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Our ancestors were slaves and stuff, but what it's doing is racism in America. This system, it doesn't discriminate whether you're from an island or you're American. I've never seen a video where there was some tyrant cop doing something wrong, asking the black couple or a black man, "Hey, yo, where you from? Are you from America or are you from Jamaica? Oh, if you're American, okay, you get a pass." No, they're looking at your skin color. So as long as you over here and you black, you're gonna get the same treatment. And I'm not trying to say to use that mindset. Let's be mature. You know what I mean? Regardless of what exists, we're always taught by people like Brother Panic and Bobby Hill not to not focus on that. You know what I mean? And giving so-called white supremacy power. You know what I mean? We're going to get ours regardless. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that it's causing like more division. Like, we shouldn't be calling other black men names. And like I said, now, if some of them are trying to claim that they created hip hop, I get it. All right, we got to put them in check and let them know. No, it was created by Black Americans. I get it. But not everybody's on that type of energy. So why are you just going around calling people like that? I can't even pronounce it. This dude put it in my because I made a video that he probably didn't like. He don't know me. He don't know my lineage. He hasn't seen me before in his life. Probably even subscribe to my channel, and I'm one of those steaders or whatever the y'all call them. Really? I'm not gonna pull out my birth certificate. I don't gotta do that because I really don't care what people think. I know where the hell I was born and where the hell I grew up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this flat earth crap, if you believe in it, at least be able to stand on it. And Lord Jamar, you didn't do a good job of that. You're actually being like a little kid. First off, I was asking why did the dude Dave, that scientist, come in? He came in real aggressive, but then I heard that Lord Jamal was insulting him before this stuff even started. So I get it. I will be doing the same thing. And then when he's trying to speak, you're mocking him, and this is things that people do when they're in a debate. Come on, man. I watch mad debates. I've been watching debates since, Sinetta still does debates, but I've been watching debates when the Polite was out doing debates. Ali Muhammad was doing debates, the best of the best. Okay, Wesley Muhammad when he was doing his debates. So I know about debates. And when you start doing stuff like that, you losing. You know you're lost. You know you're over your head. So all you got to do now, all you can do is throw out insults, and curse and do this child stuff. It really didn't make you look good, bro. And then it also made you look a little suspect when it comes to this foundational black thing. It looks like you're just riding this wave to push this flat earth identity. I don't know, but I agree with you on that because one of the main reasons I agree on you on that is because the people that were there. See, I was born in 1979. By the time in the late 80s, Puerto Ricans was already there. They was already there. I'm talking about the 70s. I wasn't really there in the 70s. So we have to look and listen to people that was there. I just saw an interview by Busy B. He basically said the same thing that Lord Jamar said. But people are saying Latinos, and they're complaining. They're saying Latinos didn't have something to do with hip hop. Puerto Ricans, and let me distinct Puerto Ricans. Where I'm from in New York, Puerto Ricans were like the first that embraced hip hop and was there. There are other, if you want to classify that as Latinos, I know there are Mexicans out there, no disrespect to any culture or anything like that. There's people from Spain, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people from Puerto Rico, especially them. They were the first to like really embrace hip hop because dudes like Bobby that I grew up with taught me how to break dance. So I know they were there. It's just, and even if they didn't create it, nobody's saying that they didn't contribute to it. That's foolish to say. And that's the same thing Busy B said. It's foolish to say that, Puerto Ricans didn't contribute to hip hop. Please. Now, we can argue about if there were elements and not, you know what I'm saying? The graffiti, I think all that stuff was brought in together. But I listened to the legends that were there. Grandmaster Caz, Said G from Ultramagnetic MCs. These is dudes that were there, man. They were there. He was there when there was the Black Spades, before there was a supersonic force, when they were a gang. And he talked about hip hop being an attitude. And then after a while, the Puerto Ricans they came in and they helped push it with the breaking and everything. So I agree with him there. That flat earth stuff, you made yourself look like, you're talking about a vacuum and you're trying to compare the vacuum of space to a vacuum cleaner. And I'm like, oh my God, is this really happening? And then to make things worse, you get on your platform, bro, and you try to explain the debate, but you take no accountability and just say, yo, look, there were certain things I didn't understand. Why people can't do that and just say, hey, I don't understand certain things? Isn't it the saying, a wise man who said, when he says he doesn't know anything, that's the beginning of wisdom? Like certain things, like I don't know, but the ego, you can't say it. No, nobody wants to say that, so you end up looking crazy, and then it looks like you put Godfrey in like this weird space because now you're telling him to like he has a platform. He brought the brother on, and now you're telling him to cut it. Yo, Godfrey, cut it, cut it. Like you're trying to like punk Godfrey now, and you're putting him in like a weird position, and you're not letting the dude speak. Like anybody that saw that video and wants to think that Lord Jamar won that debate, you're biased. Period. You're biased. Okay. Like I said, I agree with him on the things about hip hop, certain things with Trump. I'm not looking at Trump as being the second coming of Jesus or anything like that or some savior. He's still a part of the system. I put it in perspective, but that flat earth stuff, you did not come with it, bro. I mean, you better off having somebody like Brother Sanchez. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a brother that's on, look him up on YouTube. You can go subscribe to his channel. And he also debated on, the earth being flat. And he made more sense. He made more sense than Brother Jamar. He wasn't doing that little kid stuff of like cutting the person off and cursing and okay, take them off now and then like I said, the worst thing is you took the video down. Like, oh my, ain't no way in hell you want a debate and you then tell, hey, take the video down. No, you want the world to see that. Don't play with our intelligence like that, man. Not everybody out here is moving slow. Anyway, man. I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. And, I'm reading the comments. You got God, you're making the gods and earths. And, gods and earths look, and the gods ain't like that. The gods that I know, they're sharp, man. They're sharp. You know what I'm saying? You're making the gods and earths not look good, man. When you say you represent that, but then you're coming out of the 120. Now I understand there could be new information. I'm not one of those dogmatic dudes, and that's why some people say, "Hey, you're not a 5%er, Tory. You're not a 5%er. Whatever. You can't take those lessons from me. Those things that I use, the supreme mathematics that I still use to this day. The supreme alphabets, things that I've learned from the nation of gods and earths that bettered me as a human being, as a person, as a husband, as a father. You can't take that away from me, just because I believe that I had an experience with astral travel and you think that's some spooky stuff or chakras is spooky. I get it. You know what I mean? So I'm not dogmatic to the point that new information, we can't run into new information and it be added. But if it's new information, you got to show and prove, right? You ain't show and prove, Lord Jamar, you haven't. And this is no disrespect to you, man. Just humble yourself, man. Humble yourself. You still will get views. We will still rock with you. Just humble yourself and just say you did not know everything, which that's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, if you just came like that, it will be less of a hit. Like, and this guy, Dave, that the professor, he has like 3 million subscribers or something. So a lot of people saw that video and it didn't look good for flat earthers either. I don't think they want to associate with you. I don't think the nation of gods and earths would associate with you. It's like, he's not a rocker with us because, you should have done some more. What you did was you underestimated that guy. You went in there and there's some scientific terms and scientific principles. And I agree with him when he says like science is like a religion. I agree with him, but then everything basically is, I always say, what if all this is just basically consciousness? Consciousness is just consciousness that exists, and consciousness is creating everything. Consciousness is creating something called science. Consciousness is creating something called an atom. I know it sounds crazy, but from all the studying that I've did, That's came up in my mind once, but it ain't looking good. Uh, Lord Jamar, it's not looking good, man. You're making the gods look bad out here. And no accountability. That's not how the gods roll. You know what I mean? I thought that the nation of gods on earth was not pro-black or anti-white. They were pro-righteousness and anti-devilishment, and they carried themselves a certain way. The way you carried on that, debate platform on Godfrey's podcast, that's not how the 5%ers carry themselves. Not saying you gotta be punked or anything like that, but you gotta sit back and let the man speak and then attack his point and bring your point. And then you're talking about a ball with water, and I was like, oh my God. Woo! Man, that was painful to watch, man, because like I said, I rock with dude, man. I've been listening to his music since I was a kid. And it's like, why is he doing this? I don't know. But that's all I gotta say on this video. It actually went way too long because I was talking about that, the hip hop and stuff. Also, I just think we can, as foundational Black Americans, okay, we can state our claim of hip hop being made by us. It is a fact, and not call other people names. It's just not. What does it do? Not everybody that's not born in America or anything like that is trying to claim hip hop. And I don't see, we don't see other cultures doing this. And that's the thing that, it's like it's always something that divides us. If it's not where we're from, it's what section of the city we're from. If it's not that, it's something else. It's a gang. What gang you're from. If it's not that, it's always something. And I'm like, who is behind this? It always seems like it's coming from a Black person, right? Tyreek, right? But is it? Because it just seems like it's causing more division. And I'm not talking about the division between, Fat Joe and Puerto Rico. Because Puerto Ricans, like I said, they contributed to hip hop. They should be proud of that. Why, we're playing semantics when we say creation and contributed. From everybody that I've watched that been there, it was something that Black Americans was doing. Then other people caught on. And that's how it was. That's how it's always been. We come up with a dance. We come up with some type of way of some slang. Everybody say it. You look. You got other cultures saying the N word. Where that started from? We know it started from. We know where it started from. But who started saying it like how we say it? Now everybody else is saying it. So that's facts. But like I said, man, Lord Jamar, please, man, no more, and don't just stay away from. I know, like you said in your video, that it doesn't change anything, and that just shows the strength of your ego, bro. That embarrassment doesn't change anything. But like I said, if you can answer me, have you seen the Earth with outside of the Earth atmosphere with your two eyes, and you know exactly what we're on? You're believing, just like someone like me that believes that it's round. I just look at, I got a telescope. I was always fascinated with the stars and stuff like that since I was a kid, and I was always looking up there. Used to go to the science, in New York, to see the stars and all that. It's just like, why is all the other planets round and we're the only ones that's flat? It just, I don't know. Look, like I said, man, I don't have all the answers. The way how the Honorable Elijah Muhammad explained how it rained, how, all it just makes sense that it will be a spear. I don't see how it's just flat, and some people can't explain this. Like I saw a dude that was on, West Coast Cam's platform. And like I used to go on there, but I stopped because, Cam is the type of person that if he's teaching you and he seems like he's making a fool out of you, but he's not doing it out loud. He's letting you do it. You know what I mean? He will let you stay on there. He has like unlimited time, and he will stay on there and let you talk and talk and talk and talk, right? Because he feels like he's educating you and stuff. But if you go against him and you bring up some stuff that really like gotta make him think, that's when he's gonna start cutting you off and hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. His tactics, and that's what he does. That's why I stopped even going on there. I'll watch, because at the end of the day, I do agree with probably 90% of the stuff that he's saying, but his arrogance and stuff like that, I can't deal with it. But anyway, that's just me. Anyway, what y'all think about that debate? I know some people believe that the earth is flat. I know some people believe it's round. My whole position was, what difference is it going to make? I don't think none of us know what we're on. I mean, there's scientific proof to even show, like, when our eyes close, does this still exist? I mean, it's like if a tree falls in the damn forest and nobody's there, does it still make a sound type question? And it's valid. But that's all I got. I'm sorry I ran it so long. Tell me what you guys think. Leave in, your comments, and you can leave your, negative comments. You could dislike the video, all that good stuff. It helps. Appreciate it. If you like the video, you agree with what I'm saying, hook a brother up and just like the video. Subscribe to the channel. That's all I'm asking for. Appreciate it. Y'all stay safe out there. If you're out there in California, sending light to y'all out there. Hope everybody's safe. And, just stay up. Peace.